Hi, my name is Dana Hokin, and my pizzeria is Robert's Pizza and Dough Company in downtown Chicago.
I love it. And I actually had you on my women's pizzeria owner panel yesterday.
Thank you.
The one thing I'll say, what was the most surprising question you got from the audience?
I don't know about surprising. I think what the audience showed us yesterday was the challenges are everything from figuring out, what apps work best to, how do you build team and have that team grow with you. Challenges of being a woman in the industry. It ran the gamut. So it was very thought-provoking because I can just speak for myself. When we opened up Robert's, that was it. I didn't, you put blinders on and you just work. And I think, I hope that was conveyed yesterday, that everybody shares in that same experience. It is, so the hurdles that come up, you deal with them and you move forward.
Absolutely. And what I love about your story is that you have created a destination pizzeria in Chicago, Illinois, one of the most competitive pizza markets in the country. How in the world? How in the world did you do that?
I think we really set out as one of our goals was to create a pizzeria in walking distance from where we lived.
Yeah.
Right. So this was a part of the city that we knew really well, and we also knew didn't have anything like a local pizzeria or place to call, our own. So that was a key motivation. It literally was on our list of why are we doing this. It was very aspirational. There is no way that we felt, hey, it's a slam dunk, because just opening up a restaurant to begin with is a challenge. But then to set us that goal to become a neighborhood place and to anchor a community that wasn't really very, a lot of people in Chicago didn't recognize this part of Chicago as having a really strong residential community. They thought it was very commercial. And so it was part of our mission and our vision, and perhaps COVID helped us. In terms of, people who were living in our community saw that we were open and got to know us, and we got to be an active participant in the community in a real way. And I think that helped foster, goodwill and help define our identity.
And there's something that we were talking about as we were standing in the hallway, just talking about, and that you have this the walk up and the yacht boat up.
That I like.
So that really serves specifically your community, because those are things that I would not have expected in a pizzeria to have. So share with us what you have and kind of what your vision was with it.
So we love this location that we found because it was right on the Chicago River. We took over what was a large dry storage space in a building, never been a restaurant, but it fronts a section of the Chicago River. And when we spoke to the landlord, and the landlord said, hey, when we asked about the dock, and we said, can we put tables on the dock? He was like, sure. And I was like, and we could have this patio along this part of right in front of the restaurant. It's like, sure. And then there was a section of the dock that is kind of open to anyone, and it's touch and go. And we said, so boats can come in and out, right? And he goes, yeah, all right. So we saw that as an unbelievable opportunity. And, again, thinking, how do you, having pizza on the dock in the spring and the summer, that's luxury. So we recognized that we had the opportunity to provide dining from and to go from the waterfront. But as I said yesterday, we also, this building has like several hundred rental apartments above us, and Robert and I, thought about it, and we said, listen, if we lived in this building, we would want to come down in our pajamas and get our to-go. We wouldn't want to have to walk in through the restaurant. And then we thought about the delivery, drivers and so forth, and anyone coming in to pick up to-go, having a dedicated window allowed for that customer segment to just be able to go pick up and take off. And it has served us really, really well. But I love our yacht provisioning program, which is what I like to call it.
I love that.
And really kind of getting the word out. In the last couple of years, we've really gotten the word out about coming up to Robert's. You can put your order in. One of our folks will run it out to you if need be, or you can come in and pick up the pizza and to go. But we have a dedicated menu specifically for if you're on a boat.
If you're on the boat.
Yeah.
See, I absolutely love that. It's such a unique thing to do, and I think it's something that you were literally looking at. Okay, I'm in this community. What do I need in this community? Instead of saying, here's what I have, here's what you're going to get. Like looking internally to say, what does this community need? What can they use?
Well, I mean, again, at the forefront of our thinking, we felt if we're going to put a pizzeria in downtown Chicago, we need to be an active member of the community. We need to engage in the community. We need to show off this part of the city that people may have, overlooked in the past. And I think that was, that's part of the fun and engaging in the conversation, the pizza conversation in Chicago, and engaging in the community makes it fun for us.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, yeah, it's.
So you are the business brains, like you run the machine. You run what's happening. What are in this past year or so, or as you're looking into the next little bit, what are the kind of the biggest challenges that you think that you're facing that you're really trying to find an answer for?
Well, I think there are ongoing challenges. Where we are in downtown Chicago, tip wage is changing. And it's moving up to minimum wage, which will perhaps change our business model, because so that's something that we're looking at. We're constantly looking at pricing. Pizza is recognized as a really affordable food, and we have really made a concerted effort in downtown Chicago to deliver an exceptional pizza at a really good value.
Yeah.
And our continued concern is we source most everything locally. I mean, within our kind of tri-state area, our cheese comes from Wisconsin, and some bespoke cheese, small batch cheese comes from Indiana. Our flour comes from Wisconsin. A lot of our proteins come from farms in Illinois. So with that, we want to keep that commitment and that tradition of delivering this quality pizza, and so price is a concern. And how do we, make sure that we can continue to deliver a quality experience for our customers at a really good value? So that's always at the forefront of our thinking. Listen, we had, the city of Chicago had a lot of challenges last fall with ice.
Yeah.
And, and that had a real impact on the whole restaurant community.
Yes.
I think we have, seen that subside a bit, but, that's a concern that we have for our team members who were, concerned for themselves, for the families. I don't know if I've really answered your question.
No, you did great. You did great.
But
the last thing I'll ask you is, is there anything that can't talk today? Has anything really stood out to you from your Pizza Expo experience this year?
Well, actually, my Pizza Expo experience this year has been probably one of my favorite so far.
Okay.
Because I've been more engaged. I really did appreciate the opportunity to speak about Robert's Pizza, to represent women in the pizza industry, and I love the ability to share my story. And by doing that, just feeling, that much more connected to the community, which, I have to say, we have really been embraced by the community, which I always say we're late bloomers. I mean, we've been doing this for 10 years, but to really emerge as a real participant in the conversation is very meaningful to me, and so thank you.
That's a great way to say it, because we really look at pizza as a community. It's not just an industry, it's not just a business, it's a real community. So we're glad that you're a part of it.
Well, thank you.
You're helping lead the way.
Well, I really appreciate the ability to participate. So,
excellent.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Are you looking for smarter ways to improve consistency, efficiency, and bake quality in your pizza operation? Spokane Valley, Washington-based Lloyd Pans is the trusted name for commercial pizzerias and home chefs alike. For over 40 years, Lloyd Pans has been creating innovative pizza pans and tools designed to deliver perfect results every time. Whether it's crispy golden pizza crusts or perfectly baked pastries, Lloyd Pan's durable, stick-resistant, and proprietary pan finishes are a game changer. Going beyond pizza? Visit lloydpans.com to explore our lineup of food service and bakeware pans and accessories. Need shipping quotes or custom products? Email sales@lloydpans.com for personalized service. Are you looking to get your brand in front of passionate pizza pros? Well, you've come to the right place. The Hot Slice podcast, brought to you by Pizza Today. We're all about everything pizza business. Each week, we dive into fun conversations about trends, tasty tips, and insider stories from the pizza world. Our listeners are engaged and eager to discover what's new and improve their craft, with help from brands like you. Imagine your brand reaching pizzeria owners and pizza enthusiasts while they enjoy our laid-back chats. It's a perfect match. Whether you're selling equipment, ingredients, or anything that makes pizza better, our ad spots are designed to connect you with the right audience. So if you're ready to slice into something special, reach out to us about advertising on the Hot Slice podcast. Let's share the love of pizza together.
Joe Morelli and Paul Morgan, thank you for joining us on the Hot Slice. Could you tell us about your pizzeria? What's it called? Where is it?
Crispelli's Pizzeria and Bakery. We are in Berkeley, Michigan. It's our first location. We have 8 locations in Metro Detroit, doing a great job. We've got some full-service restaurants. We've got some fast casual restaurants. We have one of them in a mall, which is doing outstanding. So we've got a great variety of food, pizzas, sandwiches, salads, all made to order, fresh ingredients.
Everything's fresh every day. I think that's one of the most important factors of what we do. We were actually just talking about walk around the show that, our dough is refrigerated for 3 days. Our sauce is fresh every day. Our prep is fresh every day. Everything we do, and it leads at the end of the day to the very highest quality that we can possibly deliver to our customers. So that's what we're about. We're about quality.
Fantastic. That's great. We had been in touch recently, and I learned that you offer insurance to your employees, which a lot of people in the industry don't do. I think that is really great. Can you tell me how that helps with hiring, retention?
Yeah.
Do you want to pass that?
Yeah, I'll pass it over. Yeah, so we take a lot of pride in actually turnover and caring about our employees. We do have 350 employees, and insurance is offered to all of our full-time employees. And yes, it was very important in retention. So we pay very close attention to our pay rate, our total package. We do offer bonuses to different managers and things of that nature. But the healthcare was a really big factor that allowed us to really do a lot of retention, especially in management. It's made a really big difference.
That's great. How long have you been offering these kind of benefits?
Well, I've been with the company now for 7 years. We're in our 13th year? 14th year. Probably maybe the first couple it wasn't, but the benefits have always been there. It's kind of been a priority of ownership to make sure that we're offering a good package to our employees. So it's been there for a long time.
Yeah, we're great to our people. Our people are great to us. Last week, for instance, my partner and I, Mark, we were having lunch at one of the restaurants. It was a Tuesday afternoon, and I counted up, there were 16 people working at the time. 14 of the 16 have been with us for between 3 and 12 years. We have great staff, and right from the beginning, we got almost as many compliments in our service and our staff as our food.
That's great.
So we are big believers in we're good to our people, they're good to us. It's a win-win. I'm very happy. People come to work for us, and they honestly love working here.
I love that. When you are hiring, it sounds like you have people who have really great character. What are you looking for? Are there certain questions that you ask during the interviewing process to try and find the right candidates?
So this is a very good question and interesting. Probably about 3 years ago, we kind of made a change in our hiring philosophy where we would look at resumes and we would talk to people and we would focus on experience first. And now we focus on character first. And there are some specific questions, and my HR manager would know them. I don't.
Okay.
But we really changed our philosophy about 3 years ago, really going for the person, and then we'll train them. But are they the right fit? And it's made a really big difference to our overall morale, to our retention, to our performance. Because it is a skill set, but we can teach the skill set. But do they fit? Mm-hmm. And it really makes a difference. And I is sitting with one of the owners. There's 4 owners, and one of the other owners I've worked for 25 years now. The one advantage that we have of working for Crispelli is we've got an ownership group that truly, genuinely cares. And you go places and people say they care, and sometimes they do, and sometimes it's kind of a phrase. This group cares. And it really makes a big difference in our employee and our connections. They're actively involved in the locations. They're out talking to employees. Joe especially is very heavily involved in the operation. Knows probably way more of the people by name than I do. But yeah, it's a caring group, which makes a big difference.
Yeah, for sure.
People often really prioritize character when they're hiring for the front of the house. How important is it to have this kind of employee also in the kitchen?
No, it's just as important. I mean, especially they're making our food. So we have, again, made from scratch food that you do need a skill set to make our pizza and our food correctly, especially our pizza. So back of the house and middle of the house, because our pizzas are up in the front kitchen. So we like to say we have a back of the house, a middle of the house, and a front of the house. And so our middle of the house people absolutely have to be able to produce our food, have the work ethic, and be, top-notch people. So it's every bit as important.
And our operation is open kitchen philosophy. And to what Joe's talking about, when you walk into most of our locations, our pizza is front and center. So our pizza team is encouraged to interact with our customers.
Oh, wow.
So when you ask a question, they're back of the house, but they're really interacting directly with the customers. So that character aspect is very important. The salad, the sandwich, they're all in front of the customer, and we want them interacting with the customer.
Oh, goodness. That's really cool. So how do you train the kitchen staff to interact with the guests, considering at other jobs in the kitchen, they probably haven't ever been asked to do that?
I mean, that's a great point. And again, we call it back of the house, middle of the house, front of the house for us, kind of a unique design. So there may be some employees who maybe aren't excelling in that department, and they don't need to. But then there's some on our pizza team especially, they are front and center. So again, their personality will shine as long as the work ethic. So yeah, it is important that they know how to communicate. It just comes natural to them. We have a very laid-back atmosphere, so we don't micromanage them and just let their personality shine while they're working.
And we've in each location, we've selected a trainer for the salad, a trainer for the pizza, a trainer for the sandwiches, a trainer for the hotline. So they're typically employees that have been with us for a few years, have that ability to communicate, and they become the mentor for that group. And they train and they sign off that they're prepared and they're ready to go and meet the customer and make the food to our expectations and our standards.
Fantastic. You also have a bakery concept. Could you talk about some of the synergies between the bakery and the pizzeria?
So, yeah, we love our bakery. We recently won Best Bread in Michigan 2 years ago.
Wow.
So the bakery, everything's made scratch, fresh every day. We ship our bread fresh to the restaurants every day. We actually ship our baguettes and our eppies, which go into all of our salads, which is kind of a signature product for us. It's shipped in the morning fresh. It's baked off daily in the restaurants.
You mentioned eppies. What is that?
Well, an epi, okay, and all our bread, again, Paul had the great line at Crispelli's, it all starts with bread. We have outstanding salads at Crispelli's, all fresh ingredients, great vegetables, and all of our salads come with a homemade crostini and a homemade epi. An epi is a baguette that is kind of cut diagonally with some great coarse sea salt on it, baked fresh throughout the day at Crispelli's. So again, all our salads come with premium bread, and then people love the eppies. Absolutely. It's almost like a salt or everything bagel. It's outstanding. People love it.
We do sell them at the bakery, so we have customers on our retail side coming in all the time, picking up our eppies to take them home, and they can refresh them easily in the oven, and it's basically just like getting a fresh epi from the restaurant.
Oh, wow. Does the bakery function at all like a commissary for the dough for your pizzeria, or do you make them at the individual shops?
So all the bread is made in the bakery. We do have a commissary at one location, but that's primarily for doing pizza dough, some salad dressings, and some of the soups, because everything's made fresh at the restaurant. So we do have a small commissary, but the bakery itself does not really perform as a commissary other than shipping fresh bread and baguette dough every day to the locations.
Got it.
In our bakery has quite a few wholesale clients. We provide breads for probably 3 or 4 dozen restaurants in Metro Detroit. It's sold a lot of markets. So yeah, our wholesale bread account is fabulous as well.
Which came first, the bakery or the pizzeria?
The pizzeria came first.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
You had mentioned that you recently brought in a new pizza maker that had brought some renewed attention. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, Leo's Pizzeria is one of the most well-known pizza consultants in America. He knows pizza. He's studied in Italy for a half dozen years. And we're kind of working with him as a consultant to just help us. We love our product. We have great pizza, but we try to even improve it. So we can always make it better. And Leo is here with us on board to just have us look at a few things and help us get even better. We're always trying to get better.
I mean, to Joe's point, here we are in our 14th year from our original location opening up, and now we have 7 pizzerias. And our brand is extremely strong. We're known for high quality product, but our drive for perfection is always there, and it really comes from the ownership group. So Leo's coming in now because we always want to get better. And if we just stay where we are, we kind of feel we're always going to fall behind. We're kind of driven that way. So Leo's kind of rejuvenated kind of our new R&D. And yeah, I think at the end of the day, we're going to end up serving a better product to our customers.
Under his guidance, are you adding any menu items, removing any, or like really refining the things you are already doing?
Refining and tweaking some of our procedures, products. Making a great pizza, it's a science. You know that? Mm-hmm. It's all chemistry and science, water, flour, yeast, process. So we're not reinventing the wheel, but we're just looking at the wheel from different ways and how to make it better.
Excellent. You had mentioned when we spoke, you're actually going to be in the May issue. I can't say anymore, but that you had hired a marketing company to help with some of your social media and things like that. Can you talk about how you went about finding that marketing company and what they're helping you with?
Well, finding the marketing company right now, we've been pretty fortunate. I have an assistant that works for me, and she's been in the restaurant business for a number of years, and she literally through LinkedIn made contact with Marie, and we just recently signed up, and she's kind of her own independent marketing person. and she came from the restaurant business. We use Toast for our POS system. She was able to get like right into our system, so she has that type of background and find some opportunities for us to improve. And then she's now taking over kind of guidance for our social media. We have another person that works for us that does all of our posting, but Marie is now going to be providing the guidance to our social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook. We do a lot of reels. We use a lot of influencers that have, a lot of followers and try to get as much recognition out as we can. But I'm a little old, not familiar with Instagram, don't know how to use Facebook, not interested in using it. So to have some younger people that really understand that area, I think will help. I think Joe falls into my category.
Yeah.
We need people that are experts, because Joe and I are not experts in this area.
Yeah, I think it's a great idea to hire people who actually specialize in these kind of things. And it's really interesting. It sounds like she's pulling some insights from Toast to decide what to promote.
Yep. Yeah, and there's ways of contacting customers that we didn't know that are available through Toast, and they've openly signed up and want information, and we weren't utilizing it. So we're learning those type of things, and then we can get our message out, tell our story a little better. This is a great opportunity for us to tell our story. I mean, I think we've got a great story, but we just got to do a better job, and hopefully this connection with Marie is going to make a big difference.
Excellent. Not everyone made a profit last year in the pizza industry, but you did. How did you do that?
Well, we're doing well by, sales are up. Our margins are very strong. And again, we just firmly believe if you just go to work every day, our staff goes to work every day, if we sell great product. We've never done a whole lot of traditional advertising. We've always just thought our deal or our promotion is just built from within. If you provide a good pizza, goodwill is, in Metro Detroit, our name is very respected. And if you just keep providing a product people love, you should be able to stay profitable. It's pretty simple.
And we've been, to Joe's point, growing organically. In the past couple of years, we've had some modest price increases that we had to keep ourselves in line with food cost and labor. Mm-hmm. But they've been very modest. We believe heavily in providing high quality at a reasonable price. One of our tag phrases is affordable gourmet. And that's kind of, now, we're not gourmet, but we are, in our opinion, to food, and we want it to be affordable. We want everyone to be able to afford it. So there's a lot of work that goes into it. But yeah, I mean, we're in business to make money, but at the same time, we give a lot back to community. We just recently signed up with Slice over here, and we do a lot of charities, so we give back to the community. But I mean, we're in business to make money as well as feed people. So
yes.
Great. You added a couple of stores in 2024, and it sounds like you have one that you are going to open next year. How do you know when you're ready to open another store?
Great question. Well, you have to be financially, like we just talked about, we're stable, we're growing. So we're ready. And again, our brand is so loved in Metro Detroit. We have so many people say, why don't you come here? Why don't you go there? So yeah, if we can maybe keep a location 7 to 10 miles apart from another one that's doing well, and the community loves us, and we have the staff to do it, we think we can do it, and we're ready to grow.
And I think, when the company was originated, when the forum opened, the plan was to have multiple locations. We opened 2 in 1 year. It was good and bad. It was difficult to open 2 locations. It was good that we did, but opening a location takes a lot of resources out. So our plan right now is, we're targeting a couple specific areas. Really don't want to share those areas yet, but next fall our goal is to get another location on board, because you asked the question about making money. One of the ways of making money is continue to grow. Mm-hmm. And if you open multiple locations and they can all be profitable, it certainly helps your bottom line.
What do you look for in a new location?
Well, location, of course. Another great question. Just having the right demographic. People who love pizza. I don't think it's rocket science finding a great location.
It's not for us, but we do a lot of carryout as well as for a dine-in. So the location in relation to the population, parking is very important to us. we do have a lot of customers that come in, and we've had some experience where parking wasn't ample before. So it's important that our carrot customer can get in and out quickly, and our dining customer has a good area to park and they don't have to park and walk. So it is location in relation to kind of the geographics, and then finding parking and things of that nature that fit our model.
Yes.
Excellent. This was really great. Thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.
See you again.